You find out that the person you met has 0 friends and spends all their time alone at home. What is your first thought? There was one guy who came to my shared apartment for students who was from Finland. He was really socially awkward because of his anxiety and barely looked at you in the eyes when you spoke to him. So that is why I took him with me to meet my friends, and we started doing cooking Fridays where we all chose a meal to prepare and really do it from scratch. Also, great recommendation for a first date for the two of you. That way we started integrating him into our friends circle, and then ours started playing on the guitar and he even began singing after some time. At the beginning we had to be careful with our wording, but as he became more acquainted to us, he became cheekier, and so did we. It was a great experience for all of us, and we learned a lot about people with anxiety and were able to make another person happy. He then had to go back to Finland and we left happily with a hug. Oh man, I had this with a friend group a while back. They were talking about a guy having no friends as a reason to not be friends with him. He invited us to his birthday party. I was like, guys, I think that just perpetuates the cycle. But they didn't really get it. No longer in that friend group, and I continue to form my own opinions about people. Edit. Thank you so much for your upvotes. Lovely comments. And the awards. Made my day. Short answer. I did go to the party. Long answer. I made a big deal of being excited about it. Made a giant cookie decorated like a coin to bring. He collected coins, which my group thought was the weirdest thing ever. And got the others to go too. Here's the kicker. He didn't even need us at that party. We had all used to live together. 12 rooms in one flat in student halls. And at that time he really did try his best to be part of the clique that was forming. With little success. Eventually we had to move into second-year houses so we wouldn't all fit in one. I thought I was lucky to get a place in the house with the popular crowd. He had to find people from his course to live with. Once we got to the party, it was obvious he had flourished whilst away from this mean, kinda toxic group. He had a girlfriend and was really tight with his new housemates. I'm pretty sure he just wanted numbers since it was his birthday. I had a really fun time at that party, and it made me realize I'd be happier if I wasn't having to expend energy trying to fit in with these people. I was already the most other of all of them and felt like my idiosyncrasies were always being commented on. I decided not to renew my lease with them. I remember waking up to them laughing in the kitchen with the landlord. My room was a little windowless room right next to it. About how stupid I was for not signing a new lease. It's crazy how fast people can turn on you. I'm not very close to the dude right now as it's been a few years. But I think I'll drop him a message next time I'm in town. He and his girlfriend are still going strong, and his Facebook is full of pictures of family and a few friends. Thank you, Reddit, for dredging up the memory of this learning moment of mine. Remember to be your weird selves always. And don't trust friends who only care about popularity. Depends on the situation. I moved away from a state I grew up in and left all my friends behind. Not to mention I'm middle-aged, so friends kinda disappear because life happens. Hope they're happy. I look in the mirror every day, lol. One of us. If there was one thing you could ask your future self, what would it be? Are you happy? And don't lie. Just give it to me straight. What do you wish you did differently in the past X amount of years? Do you want to change anything? Which stocks to buy? Who's my future wife? Has George R.R. Martin finished those fucking books yet? What is the teenage stuff you should do or try before turning 18? That invincible feeling you have where your body doesn't hurt and crack when you move. Yeah. Take full advantage of that now. Enjoy the last bit of your teenage years. especially with your friends, as once you join the workforce and start getting your career rolling. So will your friends, and as you may still be close, finding time when you are all free can become increasingly difficult, at least in my experience. If you have parents and are on at least okay terms with them, spend some time with them while they're still young. They will get old super fast. Let them embarrass you. Let them get on your case. It is surprising how much you will miss it when they get older. Make mementos. Keep a journal and update it daily. Detail the events of your day. Detail as much as you can remember. Write about the way you felt in a given moment. Your interactions with people. The movie you watched. The song you listened to. Draw a picture in it to illustrate how you felt or a depiction of an event in the day. Make playlists. If you are rotating between the same songs or albums, make sure to give them their own playlist. As time goes on, they will become time capsules of that period in your life, and you can listen to them to remember the emotions you had at the time. Maybe memories of the places you were when you listened to them. Take pictures. Take pictures of yourself, your friends, the places you go. If you are in any moment that you enjoy to any capacity, take a picture to keep the memory immortalized. In years, when you look back on your life, you will be able to see each day as a unique experience with different people, events, and media instead of a blur of uncertain memories. Learn how to cook. Then learn how to cook 7 separate meals for 4 people. Now you have 7 dinners you can rotate in a week for a family of 4. Or be the most popular roommate in college. This is boring as hell. But take a finance lesson. 3 hours and you will end up saving yourself loads of debt and other problems. Previous homophobes who turned out to be gay. What's your story? Serious. Asterisk asterisk attention. Serious. Tag notice asterisk asterisk. Asterisk. Jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted. https www.reddit.com/r/askreddit/wiki/index-wiki_rule_6- in asterisk any asterisk comment. Parent or child. Asterisk parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Asterisk report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour. And posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an AMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. Asterisk I am a bot. And this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message, compose, to =r, AskReddit. If you have any questions or concerns. Asterisk. Well, I grew up in such a hetero world that I genuinely didn't know what gay people were until I was 14. Or 15. I just thought everyone was straight. Which is why when I started crushing on girls when I was 13, I thought I was a perverted psychopath who needed locking up. I used to fake sick so I wouldn't have to go into school. So that girls wouldn't have to be anywhere near me. Eventually they started bullying me for being such a loner anyway. When I was 14, 2 senior year girls were expelled for being seen outside of school grounds. In their school uniforms. Making out. That was what confirmed being gay was bad for me. We even had an entire religion module on why gay marriage shouldn't be legalized. And you had to back up your answers with Bible quotes. A rumor went around about one girl being a lesbian. And I went along with the bullies. Called her a freak and a pervert behind her back. Well, 3 years after that, I wrote a letter to my parents explaining how I just couldn't get myself to like boys. Even after dating them. My mum picked it up midway through writing it. Read it aloud. And just started laughing. I said it'd be okay if she wanted to kick me out of the house. She said she couldn't give a fuck and that I shouldn't either. Still got bullied for a while, but eventually I found friends that accepted me. I grew up in a Mormon military family on a farm in Idaho. AKA Grandpa and the uncle that also lived on the farm with my family were both ex-military, also Dad. And those two had all gone on their 2-year Mormon missions. So I grew up hearing, oh, gays are bad, marriage as a man and a woman, they can't go to the highest kingdom of heaven, typical Mormon stuff. Also super emotionally oppressive, and their crazy toxic masculinity also drove me into BDSM, but that's a different, only tangentially related story. Then I got to high school and met Tony. And Tony is where the homophobia really kicks off. Even looking back now, Tony was just a shitty toxic person, and the kind of person that even other LGBT plus people look at and go, WTF dude. The basically sexually assaulting girls, but it's okay because I'm gay kind of person. So to have Tony be my first and recurring, since we were both in choir, exposure to an openly gay person was pretty bad. In my mind, Tony is gay, all gay people must be like Tony, I hate Tony, therefore I must hate all gay people. Then I went to college, met normal LGBT plus people, stopped going to church and spending time on toxic as hell meme sites. I realized that most people are just trying to live their lives. Now I have a very lovely 5'0" boyfriend who gave me a collar, bites me, and I love very much. The end. Gonna be similar to a lot of people here. Grew up in a super conservative religious family where gay people were regularly mocked and called immoral. My cousin is gay and came out when I was in middle school. The family refused to talk to him for about 10 years after that, and that scared me so much as a kid. I just suppressed any gay thoughts I might have. I ended up parroting the hate I heard from parents and continued to do so until I went to college. In college, I was finally far enough away from them that I wasn't scared of hiding anymore and kind of figured out who I was. I didn't know I was gay until probably junior year. I had just pushed the possibility out of my head. Since then I've told my mom, who is a bit more chill, though she doesn't believe me. She thinks it's just God testing me. But no one else in the family. Kids mimic what they see. But in more accepting environments, people have a better chance of realizing who they are. In my experience, I wasn't a homophobe, I think. But more, I guess, a little judgy about it. I lived in the middle of nowhere and was homeschooled with extremely limited access to the internet. So really only had my father and stepmother as sources. My father's opinion was that all gays are really only doing it for attention, or because they were molested as a kid and liked it. And my stepmother would tell us stories about how her family members would get disowned and written out of the will. A cousin of hers, when they came out of the closet, they also made it a stipulation that in order to be in their will we had to have 4 kids. And we could not adopt until we exhausted all other methods of natural conception. When I was about 14, I had started reading fanfiction. I was into Sonic at the time. Cringy, I know. And stumbled upon the ships. It slowly turned to me reading more and more gay fanfics. As I started to read from other fandoms I was into. Once I got into the Harry Potter fandom properly, I realized that damn, I was ticking a lot of these boxes. Oh crap, I might be bi. Still haven't had a chance to properly explore me sexuality yet. And it's not really a concern of mine at the moment. I live with my bio mother now. And she's totally cool with me being bi-curious. She's bi herself. Apparently. Edit. Holy crap. I opened this up at work and this? Yeah. It was the ships that did me in. Lol. Especially once I got into the Undertale fandom. I wasn't a serious homophobe. I didn't go out of my way to diss people for being part of the LGBT community, but I didn't support them and kinda thought they were making a mistake. There were a lot of people who used being gay to get attention and I really didn't like it, and since I didn't notice that they weren't actually gay, I thought that was natural. Secondly, I was using excuses of, aren't you too young to figure that out? When talking to my friends around the quarantine, I started talking to this person who was explaining to me the LGBT community. I still wasn't very convinced, but I tried to keep an open mind at least after a while. We kinda went our separate ways. My friend started coming over more. And we started texting a lot more as well, and I found myself staring at my friend in awe, hugging her and never wanting to let go. Feeling sadder and disappointed when she would bail on me rather when my other friends did it, and thinking about her a lot more. I haven't told her about my feelings yet, but I'm planning to.
Subscribe, my brothers.